What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today we're gonna be reacting to Andrew Tate. Women don't respect a man with no hose. So the thing about this is, I'll say there's some truth in it, but the reason this is because how he's saying how I feel like a man carries himself with hose, but if you got that like inside of you, feel me, that same way that you'll carry it. If you had no hose, then you feel me. That's how you know you really got it. If you need the like girls to be that way, then that's not really you for real, because that's outside things rather than inside of you. It's not like an internal attribute of yourself. Like so, I agree with a lot of things he says, but I also disagree with a lot of stuff too. Like, he kind of built like a cult like fan base now to people who like worship him and agree with everything he says. Like, how some rappers or singers or artists, have cult like fan bases like that. But on that playing field, it's like, oh, they can do no wrong, they can drop no bad songs or something like that. With this, it's like, oh, he's right about everything he says, stuff like that. But that's always how it's gonna be. When you captivate a big audience, you feel me? Some people are gonna start to like idol worship. That's just the reality of things. Now me, I'm always unbiased. I see with a clear hindsight of everything that's going on. So like I said, he be speaking truth, but he also is too far on one end at the time where he can feel something's attached to it that is making him biased towards certain things rather than seeing the full picture. You know what I'm saying? So like the money and the motivational type of stuff is more so where I agree versus some of the other things he says that I would disagree on. But we're going to see. Like this one is like one of the 50-50 ones. Because like I said, depending on how he's going to explain it, that would make me agree or disagree.
Women don't respect men with no hose. Bro, look a girl in the eyes and you fuck her, tell her you're gonna cheat on her. She loves it.
Hey,
Bro, man, they don't respect a man.
this
They don't
man.
respect a man with no hose.
She goes at it. She was like, "Yeah, I ain't gonna lie."
If you should be on some king stuff where she should feel should get replaced. I mean, she could get replaced, but you don't need to say that, dude. At that point, it's like you're trying to prove that you can do that rather than just who you are. She'll automatically know that she can get replaced. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing like I would feel to keep in mind.
You don't got no hoes. I don't want that nigga anyway. No hoes, no me.
No woman wants.
She like no hoes, no me.
No woman wants the man that no other woman wants. So
that is true.
So women try this idea of, well, I want a man that I know all the women want, but then he doesn't want them back, and that ain't real, right? So the guys, that ain't real. So what I'm saying is,
That's just being desired. I mean, most likely, if somebody like a good amount of people desire you, then it's gonna be more of people. It starts to multiply. You know what I'm saying? If you're desired overall. Like a large portion of people will most likely desire you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Smith did is he put himself in a position where he had no power and he got abused. And my point is this: when I said that the idea of being with one woman forever is going to be torturous, I'm not even talking about the fact that I don't get the sexual variety. I'm talking about the fact that I cannot see myself 5 years down the line being in a position of power within my own life and household. I want a position of power. If someone breaks, bro, if I'm walking down the street with my chick and someone pulls a weapon and I have to fucking deal with him and I end up getting a fucking manslaughter charge, for example, I don't want her fucking with you to jump on a new dick and I'm gonna sell. No, I need to have a position of power and control, and I need to know she's loyal to me for life. That's what I want. That's what I enjoy. I want to walk in the house and say, dinner. Bitch, where is it? And not in a horrible way, in a...
Hey. See, he's like comical a bit with it. Like, he be serious though, like what he be saying, but it's the way he says it. It comes off almost like a movie type of thing.
I love you so much, I call you bitch. Hey. Where the fuck's my food? I enjoy that position of power. You're not gonna have that if you ain't got hoes.
Hey, and I don't know how much you keep up with, like, pop culture when it comes to hip hop.
But once again, you don't need. See, this is where I disagree. You don't need them to be that way. If you feel that way within yourself, it doesn't matter about the outside things. So regardless, she's gonna know. You feel me? Because it's in you, rather than things that you have around you.
There's this rapper named The Baby. He had this girl. Her name is Danny Lay, and recently hopped on live. She just had a baby by it, and he said to her, "I'm on live right now because she's trying to be all violent or whatever, but really I want her to get the fuck out of my house." And her response was, "Oh, you want me to leave? but I just had your baby a couple weeks ago. You want to go fuck other women, this and third. And I was talking to a friend of mine who essentially, I'm telling women, like, if
All right, I'm back. I had to go do something real quick. We're gonna resume this too.
women, this and third. And I was talking to a friend of mine who essentially, I'm telling women, like, if you're with a guy who owns his place, I own my house.
Yep.
If a woman comes over for a month, 2 months, at some point you're squatting.
Yep.
You're intruding on my space.
You
And
said you're intruding.
it's very normal, at least for me, to be like, hey, I've enjoyed your time, this and third, but you need to go.
Yeah.
And women somehow seem like they believe it's not a feasible demand to say you have to go when you don't necessarily. You're living with that guy.
Bro, it's their we have to understand. There's so much human nature which is biologically driven. That's their biological imperative. X guy fucked me.
That
Even if I'm not.
that's cause they letting them do that, bro. Like he talking about she don't feel like she has to go, but why was she even living with you in the first place for a couple months that like it wasn't even your girl? So you're letting her get treatment that she don't even deserve. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they not doing it right. Or what academics would say. I don't know if he does that, but academics, bro, you tripping. If you would have set a standard for how they supposed to treat you in the first place, they wouldn't be doing that. They're doing what you allow. Like, why is she staying with you? And she's not even your girl. He said it's like a girl for a couple months or some shit like that. You feel me? I wouldn't dare do that.
Not pregnant, I could be pregnant. And biologically, right before birth control, if you get fucked, you might get pregnant. I could be pregnant. I'm not going to be able to survive out here in the world without a man to take care of me as a pregnant woman. He has this little house. I want to nest my ass in this house, keep the other chicks out. It's their biological imperative. It's number one, the thing they want to do. Of course it is. You have to recognize what they're doing.
I've been having so many arguments with women that say, hey, why would you go to a guy's house? He owns the house.
Yeah.
I like living alone.
Yeah.
A woman, a guy, I don't care, alien, right? I don't even got animals. They might piss me off. You have to go.
Yeah.
The only person guaranteed is me.
Yeah.
And women come up with these, well, why would she say that why would he say that he loves her if he didn't want her to be around all the time? Why would he have a kid with her? And I'm like, do we have to distinguish between all these things?
Yeah.
It's, if you go to stay at a man's place,
Yeah.
I know for me,
Yeah.
the time period of me know myself is about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
After 3 weeks, I'm aggravated with you because I'm used to being by myself.
Yeah.
I am self-sufficient. And other than that, other than you providing sex, I'm good.
Yep. Yep.
Which also, these days, sex is available everywhere.
Yep, that's right.
So now I don't need you.
Yep.
And at a certain point, I feel like you are
Hey.
imposing your stay upon me.
No, women impose all the time. I'll tell you another thing women do to impose.
They only opposing if you let them. If you don't allow to get to that point, how can they oppose? They not checking them right. I feel like, you know what I'm saying.
How?
You know the number one thing women do that men don't identify? You know when bitches are starting arguments with you for no reason? You know why they do that?
Wow.
Have you ever seen a miserable, unhappy motherfucker get laid? I'm asking you. Because they're like, oh, you're going out. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Like, now you're in a bad mood.
As soon as they do that, then you check them or get them out of there. You feel me? Stop talking to them. That's what I'm saying. You allowing these type of things to happen. If you set the thing where it's like there is no arguments, there is none of this, none of that back and forth, all that, then how can they do it? Because if they do it, they're gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, that's real game. What they're talking about, it's a fabrication of game. For real. It's not really game what they're speaking on. Because if you got game, you're not finna just keep going through that. You feel me? Or even in general, for real. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff you could be more lenient, like if you knew her for a minute, but at that point she should already have the respect. That's what I'm saying. Dude, it all builds up. You kind of create how she's going to eventually treat you and all that.
You're at the club and I'm a little bit tired and this bitch pissed me off. But you ain't getting pussy that way. You get happy dudes get pussy because you're part of the game, right? You're having fun. So they'll detract you from your life. They have a lot of strategies they'll do to make sure you don't get
Wait,
pussy.
you think women are fucking just bogging down on dudes?
100%. They're trying to fucking get the claws in. Why wouldn't they? That's their biological imperative. I need this man to survive if I get pregnant or I'm literally going to die in the street. No other man's going to accept me. I need him. I can't have him running around the club talking to a bunch of other sexy girls. I need to piss his ass off, ruin his time, text him,
Hey,
distract him,
yeah.
be in his house so he can't bring the bitches back. They'll try anything. That's their biological imperative.
That last part,
Don't allow
yo,
them to
talk.
do that, though. Like, no matter what. Y'all, like I said, these are all things you allow. If you a dude allowing this, then that's on you, for real, for real. That's your fault. Because how are you allowing this? She don't have a gun to your head. She's not forcing you to let her, do these things to you. So if you're gonna let that happen, then that's what you get, for real, for real. That's how I see it. Cause me, I ain't letting it ever go down like that. Feel me? The way they speaking, what they're doing, like saying how these girls is doing, like, yeah, I don't even relate to all that, for real, for real. I ain't gonna act like I never had some issues, but the way they're talking, like on that level, nah, I ain't never let stuff had got that far, for real, for real.
About that particular situation, that's what I really think.
And that's
The
not even
dude
like hella far. Like there's way further. You feel me? Where it's like some wild stuff going on, but I haven't even let it get that far, to be honest.
wanted to bring back bitches to his house.
Of course he did.
The bitches are probably saying, "Well, you told me you're not with your baby mama. Why can't we go back to your crib?"
Correct.
She's squatting.
Correct.
She doesn't want to leave.
Yep.
Now, he has no relationship with her, but she's using these other things. Well, I just had your kid. You want me to leave? Well, if you want me to leave, I'm gonna make you seem like a horrible father because you want me to leave with your newborn child. It's like she's unwilling to accept the fact that
But why are you getting them type of woman pregnant? Why didn't you check more before you put a seed in her? Once again, I'm telling you, you talking about these outside things rather than facing the problems yourself, or preventing the problems from even happening. Forget facing them. If you prevent them from even happening, then you don't even have to face them, to be honest, because you cut it off. You cut the head off before, you feel me, before it grows. Like, if y'all get what I'm saying. But
yeah,
I'm dropping some jewels, man. I'm telling you.
he might fuck with you and love you, whatever the case is. But right now, he wants his crib to go fuck with the new hoes. But it sounds bad. You can't say that.
It's true. It's true.
It sounds horrible.
I think if you were to honestly sit most men down and they were honest and they weren't worried about what society would think of them, right? Let's say it was a double blind trial, they could tick a box and they'd say, look, traditional family life, one woman for the rest of your life, you stay at home, you're home every day at 5 o'clock, you play with the kids, you're a good husband, da da da. Or 10 sons, 10 baby mamas. You see them all when you want. You're you're cordial with the women. You get along with them. You get to see your children when you decide. The rest of the time, you're a free agent. You fucking want your fucking young pussy. I think a lot of men would be ticking that baby mama box. You wouldn't believe it. I think nearly most men. I think most men who are truly honest with themselves go, look,
I mean, like, if that's what you want to do, then you can do it. For real. You just gotta be able to navigate and still choose the right women. If you're getting 10 women pregnant, I mean, that's a bit crazy. I don't know if them are all the right ones. You know what I'm saying? But if you really had checked that they was, and they never had brought no big issues up, you feel me? Like causing problems in your life, disrupting your peace, trying to do child support, all that crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you made sure that they're not them type of women, then you can live that lifestyle. I wouldn't say nothing against it, but the only issue runs into when that them things do happen. So that means you didn't actually check out to make sure, you feel me, that these girls was even worth it, and you was just horny, and now you take a L. You know what I'm saying?
kids. I want more. I get more of them. I get more love in my life because one of them's slow, right? I want 10 boys, right? I want 10 boys.
Yeah.
I get them from a bunch of women. And then even truthfully, if you were to tell me now to make that choice and they would say, well, if you get these 10 baby mamas, 3 of them are going to stay loyal to you, but 7 of them are going to get some new boyfriend. Some other guys going to be driving Johnny to school. Like, I ain't doing it. Someone's going to do it. So you want to go drive little Tate to school?
Yeah.
Bro, like, have fun, my G. I have no beef with you. Like, I'm not gonna be like, hey man, stay away. I'm like, hey, yeah, bro, keep being a good dad. I'm in Miami. I don't give a fuck. So, bro,
Yeah,
this is
man.
the nature of the game. Male men, if we're
See, like I said, he has truth and lies. Well, not even lies, truth and things I just disagree with. Some of them could be lies, but the only reason I don't say they're lies because I feel like he really believes it. A lie is when you know something isn't true, but you say it. So I wouldn't say his are lies, it's just disagreements or things I think are false. You know what I'm saying? But y'all see my point of view, the things I agree with and the things I disagree with, for real, like how I actually broke it down, especially how to handle the issues rather than just letting them happen. You know what I mean? Because they're talking about all these things after it gets to that point, but why didn't you stop it before it even thought of getting to that point? You know what I'm saying? But Yeah, that's just my thoughts on that, man. Make sure y'all let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments below. Got more videos coming for sure. Make sure y'all stay in tune. And remember, y'all, stay positive and have a great rest of y'all day. For sure.